George Kittle, this is 375 pounds. Let's check in and see how he does. Let's see what quality of the rep is. We got somebody holding down his chest with a dumbbell. That's a quality rep, guys. He went there. He got another one. 375, his trainer says. I don't know, Nate. Back in my day, 4 plates was 405, but Kittle threw that thing up with ease. Could have had 5 or 6. Here's the deal. We know Kittle's a beast. We know he is training as hard as he possibly can. And we know right about now he is wildly underpaid. But when asked about the possibility of holding out for a contract extension, he said, quote, "Being a captain, I want to be there for my team, and I need to show the right leadership skills." He is eligible for a multi-year extension, and it's all there. All the intangibles. It's not just the stats. It's not just what he does downfield, all over the field. It's the blocking. It's the mentality. It's the locker room stuff. Mike, you eat this contract stuff for breakfast. When you look at Kittle, sure, he's a fantastic player, but how much do the intangibles, the locker room and leadership, play into what should be a huge payday for him?
I don't think a lot. I mean, I think he's got enough of a case as a player because he is a receiver and a blocker. But that's kind of like, you know, the sprinkles on top of your little ice cream sundae there. It's good to have that as well when you go to the negotiating table. And that is something that Kittle, whether it was really to kind of lay the groundwork to make his case for a contract, or genuine, I'm going to go with genuine, this offseason, he's really trying to take to being a leader. And he sees it from Jimmy Garoppolo, who definitely learned it from Tom Brady, and it's the Tom Brady tree of leadership. And right now, Kittle is a bud on the end of the branch, and I think he could be absolutely a big leader for this team going forward. Once you get the contract, too, that helps, because guys see that, and now all of a sudden you got that contract skin on the wall as a leader.
Contract skin on the wall. I love it. I agree. If Kittle was a quiet, hard hat, go to work, go home, not leader guy, I don't think he should get paid any less money. I'm going to use my time here to talk about how I think we really need to have a conversation about the tight end market. We need to take a flamethrower to it and blow it up. I was looking at this. Travis Kelce signed a huge deal 3 years ago, $9.3 million a year. He's the 3rd highest paid tight end. There are 26 wide receivers. 26 wide receivers set to make more than Travis Kelce in 2020. And there's nothing wrong with these receivers, but they aren't impact guys like Kelce is to their respective teams. Jamison Crowder, Tyrell Williams, Tyler Boyd. George Kittle, I think, can be the tight end that can flip this market on the head. I really do. He's fantastic. Amari Cooper gets paid $20 million. Also a great player, but he doesn't have the impact that George Kittle does. George Kittle, over the last 2 seasons, has more catches and more yards in one fewer game. And there's, of course, what Kyle mentioned he does as far as the run game really clicking and getting going. These tight ends are really sadly and almost pathetically underpaid, because George Kittle is the reason that this team got the #1 seed in the NFC, the reason they went to the Super Bowl. That is why I think he can be the one that says, you know what, I want that $20 million. I want you to double my salary to sort of change things for tight ends in the future. Kittle 2020.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. When you think about George Kittle and what he brings to the table, the factors that play a role with the team signing a player like that. Is he a dominant football player? Check. Is he a smart football player? Check. Can he play both tight end and receiver? Check, check. Can you use him as an extension of the offensive line? Check. That's 5 things right there. Just look at this body right here. Are you kidding me right now? That dude looks like he could be a professional wrestler, professional bodybuilder, a basketball player, or a football player as he is. But I'm telling you all of those things because that will get you paid right out the gate. The variables, is he great with the fans? He's tremendous. Does he speak very well in front of the camera and represent your organization? Yes, definitely. Is he a guy that you can count on that is going to be a leader and going to put the team in front of himself for years to come? Check, 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 check. There's a lot of guys that get paid, and they only got a couple of things. Oh, they're good football players, and that's about it. George Kittle literally can do it all on and off the field. I'm telling you, San Francisco, lock this guy in and give him the biggest contract you can. Reset the market if that's what it takes. Pay him like a wide receiver if that was it, that what it takes. Because guys like this don't come along every year.
They don't. It's a great story. I actually do think the intangibles play a big role in this, and I would rip from the headlines with Derrick Henry. The Titans decided we're not the Titans without Derrick Henry. That's us. That's our identity. We could get another running back, sure. This is our guy. He does everything we want as an offense, and I think Kittle is the same way. You could get someone who blocks pretty well. You get someone who catches, but they wouldn't have Kittle. They wouldn't have the guy slapping his Joker tattoo because he's mad after every play. I think they want it. I think what's interesting about Kittle's personality, he is so modest and so almost maddeningly team-oriented. It's almost like I bet he's almost reluctant to take a huge contract because he is that good of a teammate. And just from the hit prediction, I bet you he takes less than he can get because he wants to get back to that Super Bowl so badly.